Welcome to our classes. I'm Dr. K.K. Misra. This video tutorial is on financial management. This is part 6. Now come to the questions. Number 1. Net working capital refers to A. Total assets minus fixed assets. B. Current assets minus current liabilities. C. Current assets minus inventories. D. Current assets. Correct option is B. Current assets minus current liabilities. 2. Marketable securities are primarily A. Short-term debt instruments, B. Short-term equity securities, C. Long-term debt instruments, or D. Long-term equity securities. Correct option is A. Short-term debt instruments. 3. Which of the following marketable securities is the obligation of a commercial bank? A. Commercial paper, B. Negotiable certificate of deposit, C. Repurchase agreement, or D. T-bills. Correct option is B. Negotiable certificate of deposit. 4. The basic requirement for a firm's marketable securities: A. Safety, B. Yield, C. Marketability, D. All of the above. Correct option is D. All of the above. 5. Which would be an appropriate investment for temporarily idle corporate cash that will be used to pay quarterly dividends 3 months from now? So here correct option is C. 90-day commercial paper with a current annual yield of 6.2% if you compare the different options here. So correct option is C. 6. A firm's inventory turnover, say IT, is 5 times on a cost of goods sold, that is COGS, of $8 lakhs if the IT is improved to 8 times while the COGS remains the same. A substantial amount of funds is released from or additionally invested in inventory. In fact, if you calculate, if you find to be D, $60,000 is released. 7. 90% of X company's total sales of 6 lakhs is on credit. If its year-end receivables turnover is 5, the average collection period based on a 365-day year and the year-end receivables are respectively, if you calculate, you will find it to be C as the correct answer, 73 days and $1,08,000. 8. Costs of not carrying enough inventory include A. Lost sales, B. Customer disappointment, C. Possible worker layoffs, or C. All of these. Okay, correct option is in fact D. All of these. 9. Which of the following relationship hold true for safety stock? So here correct option is D. The higher the profit margin per unit, the higher safety stock necessary. 10. Increasing the credit period from 30 to 60 days in response to a similar action taken by all 4 competitors would likely result in A. An increase in the average collection period, B. A decrease in bad debt losses, C. An increase in sales, or D. Higher profits. The correct option is A. An increase in the average collection period. 11. The credit policy of Spurling Products is say 1.5:10. At 35, at present 30% of the customers take the discount, 62% pay within the net period, and the rest pay within 45 days of invoice. What would be receivables if all customers took the cash discount? So here correct option is A, lower than the present level. 12. An increase in the firm's receivable turnover ratio means that A. It is collecting credit sales more quickly than before. B. Cash sales have decreased. C. It has initiated more liberal credit terms, or D. Inventories have increased. So the correct option is A. It is collecting credit sales more quickly than before. 13. A single overall cost of capital is often used to evaluate projects because the correct option is A. It avoids the problem of computing the required rate of return for each investment proposal. 14. The cost of equity capital is all of the following except the correct option is D, generally lower than the before tax cost of debt. 15. In calculating the proportional amount of equity financing employed by a firm, we should use the correct option is D, the current market price per share of common stock times the number of shares outstanding. 16. In calculating the cost of the individual components of a firm's financing, the corporate tax rate is important to which of the following component cost formulae? Here correct option is B, debt. 17. The common stock of a company must provide a higher expected return than the debt of the same company because the correct option is C. There is more systematic risk involved for the common stock. 18. A quick approximation of the typical firm's cost of equity may be calculated by correct option is A. Adding a 5% risk premium to the firm's before tax cost of debt. 19. Market values are often used in computing the weighted average cost of capital because correct option is A. This is the simplest way to do the calculation. 20. Rank in ascending order, say that is a 1 lowest while 3 highest, the likely after tax component cost of a company's long term financing. So here correct option is B. 1 is equal to bonds, 2 is equal to preferred stock, or 3 common stock. This is the correct option. 21. Leafens Inc. $100 per value preferred stock just paid its $10 per share annual dividend. The preferred stock has a current market price of $96 a share. The firm's marginal tax rate, combined federal and state, is 40%, and the firm plans to maintain its current capital structure relationship into the future. The component cost of preferred stock to Li Feng Inc. would be closest to, here if you calculate, correct option is D, 10.4%. 22. The term capital structure refers to, correct option is A, long-term debt, preferred stock, and common stock equity. 23. A critical assumption of the net operating income NOI approach to valuation is, the correct option is C, that remains constant regardless of changes in leverage. 24. The traditional approach towards the valuation of a company assumes, correct option is B, that there is an optimum capital structure. 25. Two firms that are virtually identical except for their capital structure are selling in the market at different values. According to M&M, here correct option is D, this will not continue because arbitrage will eventually cause the firms to sell at the same value. 26. What is the value of the tax shield if the value of the firm is $5 million? Its value if unlevered would be $4.78 million, and the present value of bankruptcy and agency cost is $3,60,000. If you calculate, it would be D, $5,80,000. 27. Reserves and surplus are which form of financing? A. Security financing, B. Internal financing, C. Loans financing, or D. Internal financing. Here correct option is B. Internal financing. 28. What are the different options other than cash used for distributing profits to shareholders? A. Bonus shares, B. Stock split, C. Stock purchase, D. All of these. Correct option is D. All of these. 29. In Walter model formula, D stands for A. Dividend per share, B. Direct dividend, C. Dividend earning, D. None. Correct option is A. Dividend per share. 30. In M&M model, MM stands for, so it's very known, Miller and Modigliani model. So correct option is D, Miller and Modigliani. So this was all about this video tutorial. I hope that you have liked it, and if you have liked it, please do not forget to subscribe my YouTube channel R Classes and press the bell button and pass on to others, those who are needy now and in the future. Thank you. Please like, share, subscribe. Thank you very much. Have a nice time. Best of luck.